Hello, everybody. Have you ever wondered of a story where, honestly, it was much about nothing? Today's script that I'll be reading about is about William Shakespeare's Much Ado About Nothing. Really, this story is an endearing tale of a slight love story with a little bit of conflict, but overall lighthearted attitude. And at this part that I'm about to read, we have three main characters: Don Pedro, Claudio, and Benedict. Don Pedro being the prince, Claudio being the new young love, and Benedict being the kind of sarcastic man who has a very negative viewpoint on love. I shall begin. What secret hath held you here that followed not from Leonato's? I would, your grace, would constrain me to tell. I charge thee on allegiance. You hear, Count Claudio. I can be secret as a dumb man. I would have you think so, but on my allegiance, mark you, on my allegiance. He is in love with who? Now that your grace is apart, mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonato's short daughter. If this were so, or so with others. Like the old tale, my lord, it is not so, nor was it not so, but God forbid it should be so. If my passion change, not shortly, God forbid it should be otherwise. Amen. If you love her, for the lady is very well worthy. You speak to fetch me in, my lord. By troth, I speak my thoughts. By faith, my lord, I speak mine. By two troths and faith, I spoke mine, my lord. That I love her, I feel. That she is worthy, I know. That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor how she is worthy. That opinion fire cannot melt out of me. I will die here at the stake. Thou wast every and obstinate heretic in despite of beauty, and never would maintain his part in the force of his will. That a woman conceived me, I give her things, and that she brought me up, I likewise give her the utmost humble of things. But I will have wretched winded at my head, and hang by my bugles and visible baldric. All women should pardon me, because I will not do them the injustice to mistrust any. I will do myself right to trust none. And in a finer manner, which I may go the finer, I will live a bachelor. I see thee ere you die, look pale with love. With anger, with sickness, with hunger, my lord, not with love. Prove that I ever lose more blood with love than I will again with drinking. Pick out my eyes and make a ballad to make her, pen, and hang me up at the door of the house with a sign of blind Cupid. Well, if thou does ever fall from this faith, thou wilt prove a noble argument. If I do, hang me at a bottle like a cat and shoot me, and as it hits me, let him be clapped on the shoulder and called Adam. Well, time shall try. In time a savage bull doth bear yoke, a savage bull may. But if I'm ever sensible Benedict bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them on my forehead. And let me be lively, painted in such great letters, here a good horse for hire. Let him signify under the sign, here you may say Benedict, a married man. If this should ever happen, wilt thou be a whore mad? Nay, if Cupid hath not spent all his quiver in Venice, that will make quake for shortly. I look for an earthquake too then. Well, you temporize with the hours. In the meantime, good Signor Benedict, repair to Leonato's. Commend me to him, and tell him I will not fail him at supper time, for he hath indeed made great preparation. I have almost a matter in me for such an embassage, so I commit you. And in good tuition from God, from my house, if it had it, to the tuition of God, in the 6th of July, your loving friend, Benedict. Nay, mock not, mock not. The body of your discourse is sometimes guarded with fragments, and the guards but slightly based on neither. Ere you flout old ends and further examine your conscience, and so I leave you. My liege, your highness, thou may do me good. My love is thine to teach, and teach it but how. Thou shalt how after this learn, and how any lessons that may do thee good. Hath Leonardo any son, my lord? No child but Hero, she is his only heir. Does thou affect her, Claudio? Oh, my lord, when you went onward to the ended action, I looked upon her with the soldier's eye. Then that I liked, but had a rougher task at hand than to drive the liking of a named love. But now I am returned from that war thoughts have left their places vacant in their rooms. Come, throng with soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to war. Thou wilt be a lover presently, and if tired here with the books of words, if thou dost love her, if thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. And I will break from her and her father, and thou shalt have her. Was not this the end? Thou began to twist so fine a story? How sweetly do you minister love, that know of love's grief by its complexion. But lest my liking might too sudden seem, I would have salved it with longer treatises. What need the bridge from a much broader flood? The fairest grant of the necessity? Look, if thou wilt serve fit, 'tis once thou lovest, and I will spit thee with a remedy. I know we shall have reveling tonight. I will assume in part some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio, and then taking her upon here, in her bosom I'll unclasp her heart, take her here in prisoner by force. In stronger encounter of enamored tale, then after her father I will break, and the conclusion shall be, she shall be thine. In practice, let us put in haste presently.